must be our goal and our guide. And all that we strive for as a human family, dignity and hope, progress and prosperity, depends on peace. But peace depends on us.
It is ridiculous and it is against the laws of nature that we can have somebody sitting pretty who takes home more money than the credible entrepreneur who is doing actual production of goods and services.
We always say it as it is.
It is only in this country that when a thief is arrested, you hear elders from their tribe saying, "He is our son and he is our thief."
If you are deviant
Yes.
and I call you leader,
Yes.
probably you are already a leader, but you are leading in the wrong direction.
We want to see the role of the youth
Yeah.
in the security,
Yes.
governance,
Yes.
and development.
The youth that I meet and work with here, you know, we call them the millennials and X's and Y's, this and that. They don't necessarily want to live like their fathers and grandfathers,
Yes.
do business like their fathers and grandfathers. They're more independent, they're better educated, and they're the ones that are making everything move in this region.
We look at the issues, we talk about issues that impact people's lives in Africa.
The African peoples themselves continue to cheer bad leaders, and because they cheer them on, they continue to be misled.
Let me ask you, doctor, would you rather be somebody who does not enjoy so much freedom but you are rich?
Yes.
Or you'd rather be poor who you are actually imprisoned by the poverty itself?
My goal is not to come here and say, I want the majority ownership, I want to own this, I want to own that, I want to do this. My goal is we all make money and we're all happy, and I help build a big business here.
Punchline is for Africa, with Africa, from Africa.
That even the cockpit, the pilots are all women. So the entire flight, the entire Kenya Airways flight is sometimes brought from one country, one continent to Kenya, to another continent by women and women alone.
Women power!
So what I want to tell the women of Kenya is that when God created men and women, He gave us a neck.
Yes.
And the neck is for us to hold our heads up.
True.
And I'm holding my head up today as a leader, as a woman, as a mother, and as a child.
Yes.
And as a wife.
Yes.
It is so important to respect women. And that is why our president Uhuru Kenyatta left his country to come to Vancouver, Canada, to sit with other fellow presidents on a podium to discuss the issues of women. And it is such a shame that while the president was discussing issues of women, in a country where we are looking at how women can deliver, the conference was dubbed Women Deliver. The president was there. The CS of Gender, Kobia, was there. The CS of Foreign Affairs, another woman, Monica Juma, was there. Monica Juma was there. We were there discussing things from female genital mutilation, girl child education, sanitary towels, empowerment and space for women. All right? And while we're discussing all those issues there, I, as an elected leader, and I want to say something, I was elected by 860,000 people.
Yes.
And none of my votes was stolen.
Yes.
My votes were people that actually queued and voted for me.
Yes.
All right? And I got 860,000 votes as a woman leader.
Power! Power!
Those votes.
Passaris wetu. Nishuja. Passaris wetu. Nishuja. Ndio maana tunasema nishuja. Ndio maana tunasema nishuja. Aishimiwe. Passaris
Okay, what I want to say, the liberation and the struggle for women did not start today and will not end today. The liberation and the struggle for women started during the Mau Mau time.
Yes.
If it was not for the women, this country will never have been liberated.
True.
And while we've been liberated as women and citizens of this country, we must recognize that we need each other. And we are here to serve the wider public. I am there, and my job and my mandate is to look after marginalized Kenyans. And nobody should stand in the way of that, especially when you know your constitution. In fact, I'm so proud of you for carrying the constitution, because this is our Bible.
Yes.
This is how we are governed.
Yes.
This is what guides how we should behave as leaders.
Yes.
This is what guides what is our rights.
Yes.
And women's rights are human rights.
Yes.
Now, I know a lot of you are expecting me to address all the issues that were laid out in the press, but I will not, or in the social media.
Yes.
I will not go down that route. And the reason I will not go down that route is because I choose to act with integrity.
Yes.
I choose to respect my constitution.
Thank you.
I shall be visiting the office of the DCI. I shall be visiting the office of the EACC. I shall be visiting the Office of National Cohesion and Integration. I shall be visiting the National Commission on Women. Okay? Why? Because the Gender Commission. Because if I don't stand to defend my rights as a woman, then how am I supposed to defend the rights of other women in this country?
Yes.
It will be impossible.
Yes.
So for me, all I want everyone to know is that the first time I was offended, or the second time I was offended, in public, everybody said, no, just leave it, don't bother, don't argue with the fool.
Shame on them.
And I'll tell you one thing, there is evidence always. There is always evidence. And I want to take you to the first show where I was insulted, okay? And it was live. And it keeps coming back. And I was advised, just leave it, don't let it go. I mean, don't even bother. I want to tell you something. My passport is available to anybody. I have had 2 passports, okay? 2 passports over the last 10, 15 years. And it's available right there for any persons of media, any persons of law to look into my passport. Have I ever been to the Seychelles for a sex holiday? Never. All right? So when a woman is accused in public and she chooses not to respond, right? There is always this perception that a woman might be guilty. I never chose to respond because at that time I had an election to win. I was running for a woman rep position after I left the governor's position. And I decided to focus on the election. And then later on to focus on picking up the pieces of the people in my party that were aggrieved by the post-election violence. Then I was focused on learning how to be a good parliamentarian. And I'm still on that path to be a good leader, because learning is a daily occurrence. So for me, just because I never stood up and said no, 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 doesn't mean that everything that was said happened. And I want to tell my young children, the young boys, all right? Many of you, when you get to social media, you think it's okay and it's all right to ride the bandwagon of insults and abuse and troll people. I want to tell the young people, at the end of the day, We are not a country of mob justice.
Yes.
And we should not engage in mob justice even on social media. I think it is important that we be objective and we understand what is the truth behind everything. We have laws and rules in this country, and I will use every single law and rule and be guided by this constitution to ensure that this time will be the last time that somebody uses falsehood to bring down a woman or to bring down a woman leader. I want
Down with intimidation, down.
I want
Down with intimidation, down.
I want to see good leaders in parliament. I want to see good leaders at the county level. And I'll tell you one thing, we've got a lot of women out there who can be good leaders. And the one thing I want to leave you with is that when God put you a neck on your shoulder as women, He meant for you to hold your head up high. Yes. I am holding my head up high because that is my right from the Maker, my Creator, God.
Yes.
And I have nothing to be ashamed of.
Yes.
The only thing I'm ashamed of is some of the people that can say horrific lies without thinking, first of all, they have a mother, they have a wife, they have a daughter, they have a sister. All right? When you go out and insult another woman,
Yes.
you are insulting also the ones that are in your house, especially when you're insulting them with falsehood, especially when you're lying. When you take public office, you have to be guided by the Constitution.
Yeah.
You have to be guided by what is right.
Yes.
You cannot use lies. And I'll tell you what, it is very simple for the DCI, the EACC, to actually investigate every one of those allegations against me and be able to deal with them one by one. Peddling papers on the television like this, like that, saying, oh, look at this, look at this, look at this. Excuse me, Kenyans, you've got to be a bit more clever than that. All right?
Yes.
So all I'm telling you right now is none of the accusations that have been levied against me or the insinuations are true.
Yes.
And as we move along, after I've consulted with my lawyers, after I've consulted with the various government officers, because I will follow due process, this time I'm not letting it go.
Yes. Thank you.
I'm not letting it go.
Women power! Women power! Passaris power! We will not let it go. Yes.
What we're going to do is follow due process, and we've got work to do. Do you know? We have so much work to do as a country to address poverty, to address economic and social empowerment of our people, to address the grassroots needs of our citizens, the ones who put us in office. I think it's important, it's important that we start focusing on developmental issues. We have a lot to do. It's already 2 years into my term. The next 3 years, no one is going to deter me from doing what I need to do to serve the people that put me in office, to serve them with the money that government has provided me to serve them. Yes. Yes. Yes, you may. It doesn't mean you'll get an answer, but you may.
So some of the allegations that were made against you were that you tried to claim which was paid by the nationals from the county assembly. What do you have to say about that?
All right. So first of all, what I'd like you to do, and I'll answer that question because it's important. I've just come from a trip right now, Vancouver. Some trips are paid by donors. Some trips are paid by government. Some trips are paid by the county. All right. Now, CSW 2018, I was not part of the government delegation from Parliament. Kewapa had already chosen a few women to attend. So later on, after week 1 had already lapsed, I actually found out that the county of Kisii had sponsored Janet Ongera, Honorable Janet Ongera, and the county of Isiolo had sponsored Honorable Jaldeza Rehema. Now, I didn't know at that point, I'm a new parliamentarian, I didn't know that county governments can also sponsor leaders to go. So I called the governor and I said, Governor.
Thank you very much, viewers. Welcome to the People's Court. People's Court brings out topical issues. Today's topical issue is very clear, as you see from the women rape of Nairobi. Welcome to the show, Miriam. I know you're a good defender of women.
I'm not a defender of anybody.
But a good defender of women issues. Yes. Those that touch women.
That are important.
Okay, that are important. This one doesn't look very important though. It looks like it's a personal feud, a personal relationship that has blown out of proportion.
Right.
That it is. We saw what Sonko delivered here. Sonko delivered blows, blow by blow. Now the woman herself has come out to say, no. I want my viewers, wherever you are in Africa, in the whole world, in Kenya, to make your judgment. And don't be biased in your judgment. Be very practical, unbiased, openness, talk about it. Have our social morals collapsed? What are churches for? Are bishops teaching us? If you have a bishop who is even insulting people in the church, a bishop telling you that, yeah, you are thieves, I will beat you up if you touch my baby, my wife. Bishops who drink with us up to 8 o'clock, then leave there to go and give us a sermon. Are there moralities in the public offices? Do we have morals? Have we lost it out? What has happened? Have things changed? That's what I want us to discuss. Miriam, your comments, you heard what Passaris said.
Yeah.
Before I go deeper into what she said and what I like and I don't like, let's discuss. Yes.
But I think this is a very personal matter between her and Nairobi Governor Mike Sonko, and it is her word against his or his word against her. So she said she will go and write statements with the DCI and the EACC, and so she wants to, I don't know, investigations or lay charges, I'm not sure, but this is just a personal matter, as you said, that has been blown out of proportion. Now we have to sit here and discuss it, which I find very interesting. And yeah, so she came back today. Of course, she had to defend herself. The information that has been doing rounds on social media, and especially from Nairobi Governor Mike Sonko, so I think she had a right to come out and say something, being that she is a leader and in this county, and this is the leadership of Nairobi Fighting. And we had this same scenario in the last Parliament.
Yes.
Remember, was it Senator?
Yes.
Senator, Governor, and Nairobi Women's Rep, they were not agreeing on anything. So I don't know if you're having a repeat of that, but maybe in just a different form. But yeah, this is just a personal matter, and it's her word against his word against her. So hopefully they can sort it out.
One of our readers says the Honorable Passaris should stop hiding herself under women discrimination umbrella.
I agree with that.
Yes.
I don't know why she...
Because not all women, let's be very honest, not all women talk about their husbands in public.
But look at,
about personal issues.
That was not public. That was a personal conversation. The man who did not have enough brains to go and get it out there. I have a problem with that. That was a personal conversation.
I also have a problem with a woman who hides under herself.
Yes.
And then she goes to tell another man that I have a problem.
Well, her trying to make this now a women issue, also I don't think this is holding any water, because it's not a women's issue. Not all of us. Of course, the way Sonko, what happened during Madaraka, the celebrations was very uncalled for, but for any, be it a man or a woman, I think that was uncalled for. But this cannot now turn to be now it's a gender thing. This is a personal matter blown out of proportion. Let them sort it out by themselves.
Let me, it is not even a personal matter now, it is gone beyond. For example, this is not the first woman, this is not the first person whom has actually lost. Passaris has been to very many places.
I don't know them, so I'll just listen to what you have to say.
Yes. Mwangi of Equity Bank said Passaris wanted money from her, from him.
Did she want a loan from the bank? Or
yes, and she failed. Let's go. Let's go. Passaris, Alai, these are old people.
So what is the beef
Miguna.
between her and Alai?
No, I don't know. Let's go slowly first. This is not the first person where she has got a problem. She has been injured in several places. And every time she comes on Jeff Koinange show, there is an injury. So, do we have manners, or our manners are gone, or our morals are gone, or people do things, have become children? Children that expose every filth out and say, oh, I don't like this, or you call me for money. Is there any sense of unity? Is there any sense of responsibility left in the public officers in Kenya?
I think they forget that. And there is how you're supposed to conduct yourself when you're holding an office, a public office, especially in a manner that brings honor to that office or to that seat that you're holding in public. So I don't know if that is one of them, but this is a moral issue. And I don't want to sit here acting like a moral whatever, because I'm not. But I think that when you hold such an office as governor, women rep, or these other public offices that of certain level of esteem, then you should carry yourself with that amount of respect that brings honor to that public office that you're serving.
Let's look at the amount of honor in the office you are serving. Is there any left in the Sonkos?
I don't even want to judge it. I'm just
asking questions. I haven't said you make a judgment.
People normally
is he left with any morals?
Normally, what you will see people saying, even right now, one of our viewers, or even just across after this, blown out of proportion, people are like, Sonko will always be Sonko. That's Sonko. So it's like he gets a pass when he does some things. That is just Sonko for you. So he gets a pass for bad behavior. I will call it bad behavior.
He gets a pass.
He gets a pass.
Do you think Sonko is trying to tame out a corruption in his place by people? There are some people saying Sonko is doing the right thing. The right thing. By saying you're a high-profile officer, you should behave with decorum.
Yes.
By not doing things. For example, Passaris walked out of Sonko's rally, which is a national day.
She was supposed to sit there and get insulted. Excuse me.
When you look at the tapes, she first started insulting Sonko.
Do you have that tape? Because
yes.
When she was giving,
I watched all of them. She started jumping at Sonko.
Okay.
That Sonko had not given her the money. She was not returning her calls. She was complaining. Then Sonko came up to say, I was busy somewhere else. Madam should have waited instead of coming to the public here to say, I was not responding to her call. Then Sonko went further to say, I am not her husband.
Well, that's
all. That is what broke the camera.
But I thought, even how just bringing these issues in public, I think it would have been a problem.
It was not worth it.
The leadership of Nairobi, they would have sat there in the back door and just talked about it. So when they come here, they speak community in one voice and address the issues that Nairobians want to see addressed, not this kind of rubbish.
So 1 out of 10 marks for Passaris.
And I'm not giving anybody any marks there.
I'm
disappointed.
You are not giving me. I want to mark.
You mark.
1 out of 10 viewers, wherever you are. 1 out of 10. How many marks should you give Passaris? I want to see you continue giving up your marks. Write your marks on the screen as I see.
So marks for what? And how she carried herself.
The conduct, the morals, morality. In terms of morality.
Forget morals.
Yes.
This morning when she was giving that press conference, I loved that she did not go for the jabs. She did not use words that were insulting.
Because there is nothing to answer there.
Yeah. But I love the way she responded to that. As much as maybe there's nothing to answer there, but the way she carried herself with decorum, and she.
I wish she does that every day.
Well, you don't know that. Are you always hanging out with her every day?
I've never had her talk.
Because these things that are brought in public are allegations. So
I have 5 places, 5 people from the bank. A lie.
So what happened between her and a lie?
A lie was the bad behavior.
I don't know what happened between her.
A dress. Arai commented on a dress.
Who gave him the right to comment on something?
No, but everybody has a right. Don't you comment on my dress?
She chose to wear that. That was her choice. We cannot tell.
You cannot wear. No. You cannot wear.
This is African.
No. Let's be very honest, women. You cannot wear a black dress and put a white knicker and go and sit in public for display. You are a leader. You are not for display.
She wore what?
The way she wore is like the way they.
I've not seen that dress. So I really can't.
Can I show you the example?
I can't.
South African deputy president wife.
Forget South African.
Let's bring it on.
Let's talk
if
about
it is
Passaris.
there.
If that was the problem.
Yes. It is the white knicker that attracted very many people for her to show her thighs to the public. Alai said the next time.
I did not see that.
Wait. Alai, you asked. She said, Alai said, next time sit properly. You are a mother of children.
Yeah.
What are you teaching your children to be when you sit like that? It became a war. Okay. A war between Alai and
Passaris.
And they told each other on Twitter. They brought each other so many things. The dress code was not worth it for a leader who is showing in America, in Britain, in older democracies, in democracies where people are ushering in a new generation. You don't go and ride your bicycle or your house near a red district and come back to be a leader in parliament. You know the man who supports Chelsea, the former minister of the MP for Chelsea and Kensington. He resigned because his car passed near red district at night. He was tired. He wanted to take off his coat. The paparazzi on motorbikes took a photograph of Mira. Yes, I remember the man, Mira. The minister Mira of Conservative Party. He resigned. It was on the Star, the Sun, which is one of the toughest tabloids. Inakutafuta paka bedroom. They don't care whether your bedroom has no bed sheets. They will bring it. So what morals are we teaching the children here? That is my point. Of wearing a black dress with a white knicker to show who? What are you showing?
Who wore that?
You have
the South African.
Yes, no, the Passaris.
Oh, she wore that.
Yes, and it was captured by cameramen.
I've not seen that photo, so I cannot comment on it.
Those photos are available. Just type Passaris. Type it now. Passaris, and you see. You see the type of photo.
Okay.
Is that photo, Miriam? You yourself,
yes.
You are here. Do you use that? Do you sit like that? You don't. You sit organized. Send it to Stephen to bring the photo.
Okay.
So that you can see whether that photo is worth a leader of ours, a woman. We are not against her, yes. But we are only saying, once you're a leader, even in the parliament, dress properly. It is like a Sonko also. You're a leader.
What is properly?
You don't need those bling things.
I know. Yeah, let's talk about.
We are not only criticizing Passaris. Yes. We are also equally criticizing Sonko. Yes, bring that dress so that today I finish this argument because I have had too many problems about the dress. Yes. You cannot dress like that and go to Embasava. Is it Embasasi?
Embasava.
The matatus down there, men who have been so wicked, and they see you pass like that, they rape you.
We cannot justify rape.
We are not justifying.
We cannot.
But why do you dress badly?
Because they rape even children who are in diapers.
Why do you rape? Why do you dress badly?
We cannot throw rape. Like
there was a woman who dressed with a dress that was showing her knicker. She passes out near Embasave. What do you expect of matatus to do? I'm not telling them to rape people. They must respect. But you are arousing interest unnecessary. In Britain, police tell you, lock your door because there are thieves around here. There is a notice on the signpost of, they have put it, you don't touch it, it is there. That when you go out, lock your door, make sure your doors are locked. Because the thieves is around here. Wako. Pickpocketers in a train, as you climb like this, you are going, there's a signpost, pickpocketers are around. So that is what they do.
Yes.
That is the life that we are talking about. What role models are we creating for our children? Thank you very much. Any comments?
I've been waiting for that photo of that dress.
This photo, let's solve this problem. It has been a war between me and Miriam over this photo.
Not that I care much.
Did we get it? Is it available?
It's you know, they're searching because it's not really there.
Oh no! Oh no! You have been hammering me over this photo issue.
Don't tell me you have it.
I have it.
Oh my goodness, you've been okay. You've been having your own research. So anyway, Nairobi women's representative today arrived from Ontario, Canada, where she had attended the women conference, which also President Kenyatta made a speech on last week. And when she arrived at the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, she gave her rebuttal and the response to Governor Sonko's allegations that he made last week. They've been feuding. It looks as though this is not something that just happened on Madaraka. This is they've been simmering a feud between the two Nairobi leaders, and so it just got out of hand on Madaraka Day. Now after that, that very interesting interview that came to a abrupt end on Citizen Television with between Governor Mike Sonko and Jeff Koinange live really has really been such a source of entertainment and have kept netizens very busy. And so Governor Sonko,
there you are.
Yes.
Miriam, this is a dress.
There's nothing wrong with it.
No, this is a dress of a leader.
Yes.
That the world see.
There's nothing wrong with
Put it on.
It looks as though it was an evening dinner.
No, I don't care. You now wanted me to show you the dress?
When I go out for dinner.
For what?
I dress differently. I look
then why don't you go and dress in the bathroom? This bedroom dress.
That she was going out for dinner.
She was not going out. She was in a place where there was public.
Inside dinner. That looks like a very an evening sort of nightwear.
Let me bring it on. Let people see.
When you keep looking for trouble, you'll find it.
I have never looked for trouble.
For me, I don't see anything wrong with that.
Yes, now you have seen the dress, you have changed the tone.
No, I'm just saying. I'm going out for dinner.
Dinner where?
Dinner, I'm wearing.
Which dinner? You wear like that to go with your husband?
I don't go like this for dinner.
No.
I dress.
You wear the show.
I wear nice.
You show us your white knickers.
Come on.
Come on, it is here. Stephen, there you are.
Oh my Lord.
Is that the type of leadership that we want in Nairobi?
That is, first of all,
this is where.
That is not a white sneaker.
Now look there.
That is a clutch bag. That is the.
I don't know. I'm not a woman to know clutch bag.
Now let me explain to you.
Yes,
that
you
white
do.
thing on her lap.
Is what?
Is the bag.
No, look at the.
No.
Look at the thighs from the down. This is the thigh. These are not legs.
And it was a.
No. These are not legs.
Oh.
These are thighs. This is a leader who is modeling over 1 million girls in Nairobi.
She looks very beautiful, Passaris. You
can look beautiful wherever you are. Change your behavior.
Your dress is sexy.
No, they started there. Not me. I'm not interested.
Yes.
I'm not interested in criticizing her. They started there. They started their war. Return the picture.
With a lie.
A lie and a her is because of, you asked me how did the lie issue start. So bring it back, Stephen. Some people said bring it back.
Okay. Bring it. All right. Maybe I just have too much to worry about.
Sue has conquered you.
Yes.
He said how one dresses for dinner is different on how one dresses to church.
Exactly.
So which side are you?
When I go for dinner, I dress very, very sexily.
So was she in church?
So there, it was an event that called for that level of dressing. It looks like it was a pageant.
This was not dinner.
There with slits.
Was slits where?
At the event.
Miriam, if you walk, you wear like this.
Come on.
And I find it can't bump on you.
You can't bump
I
on
will
me.
look that way.
My car gets me from my house and takes me there. You can't bump on me anywhere.
No, I will bump on you outside when we are coming out.
When I'm dressing to go to that place, because I know it is acceptable for me to look like that in that specific place that I'm going to.
Look,
I don't see anything wrong with that.
Any viewer outside there who has seen what?
That is a handbag shine. Yes, John Clark. Thank you.
It is not a handbag shine.
Thank you.
You don't like it. All of you don't like Sonko, and because
you cannot put words in.
No, John Clark does not like Sonko.
Is it?
He has said it.
Has he?
Yes, he has said.
No, he's
on several occasions, John. Let's be honest. From the down here, the cloth up to here.
It's not up to.
He's a through. See through.
No, it's not up to here.
Okay,
it's up to where it's supposed.
Okay, let's come back. I am not justifying. I'm not against Passaris. I'm just against the behavior of women who display. Yeah.
Is it now a women thing?
Who display
I'm against her making this look like it's a women's problem now, because I think this is a very personal thing between her and Sonko.
Yes.
I don't want it to turn into a gender thing.
No, we want to see that also women.
It's not a gender.
She was wearing like a slave queen who was looking for market.
I have no comment.
Yes. Sonko wears like a shamba trader who has no shoes, who has nothing, yet he has a lot of suits. I'm being honest. I criticize all sides. Look at Sonko until the president had to tell Sonko, please
shave your hair properly.
Shave your hair properly, wear properly. You're a leader.
Yeah.
You are inspiring younger people in a county which is Nairobi. You inspire people. Why they choose you to inspire them? You don't inspire them by calling another man and telling him, give me some money. I am bad loaf Baba. Raila wants 55 million, 500. I want to go with 500,000. Then Sonko says, don't worry. Then lastly, the tape says, please don't call, thank you, my love. Say, please, that word love caused me problem. Wait. Let me finish. Why are you cutting me?
I use that word so loosely with my friends. Like, hey, love.
Why don't you use it to me?
No, I can't use it to you. But
why? Am I not a friend?
My girlfriend.
Every day you use it on other people. And me here, you don't use it.
I will not use it. If you continue attacking this union.
Thank you very much, viewers. I think there are heated views coming on this one.
So women,
you use the word love
very, very loosely. So sometimes it doesn't really have that meaning.
Didn't you hear the Sonko tape itself? Can we play it?
She explained it.
Have you got it finally?
That's a hotel scene.
Steve, have you got it finally? The Sonko. Put it on there.
A minute.
Put it on there.
Not all of it.
Put a minute or half where things go. Put it. Let people make a decision. I am not Sonko. I am not Passaris. I am a journalist looking for facts.
And I'm
a journalist.
I'm exhausted.
I am a journalist who wants to hear the truth. Put Sonko's tape there. Passaris has...
You notice Baba's speech.
Yeah.
I went for a strategy meeting.
Yeah.
And I was given some strategy which I told Baba to use.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And Baba listened to me. He used the strategy at the Jacaranda. Okay?
Yeah.
And Baba has already told someone,
yeah,
a relative of his, that this one now is going to be my kingpin for Nairobi.
Yes.
Okay?
You now.
So Baba is going to use me.
So now. But you got so many votes than Baba. Uganda had so many. Yeah.
So Baba has already said I'm going to be in charge of Nairobi for him.
Yeah.
So I'm in charge of now all the MPs. So tomorrow, 7 o'clock, we're going to see him.
Yes.
I want to go with at least 1 million. Everybody's bringing 500,000.
Yes.
Me, I don't have the money. Pius, I'm a gem na mimi. In fact, Pius told me, I told him I went to see Sonko. That's why I got home. He called me in the afternoon. I told him I'm going to see Sonko. He told me, why are you going to see him after office hours? I told him there's no office hours in the county.
Somebody's calling.
I'm going to see him because I need some help.
Somebody was calling, but I've disconnected. Yeah.
Hello.
Okay. Somebody was calling, but I've disconnected.
I know.
Yes.
Okay. It's okay. So I told Pius I went to see him because I wanted some help from him. Anyway, I had to wait because he was with some MP, some guy called Simon.
Okay.
So he tells me, that's the guy who my land.
Yeah.
Okay, so he says that's the guy who wanted his land, huh?
Who now? Kidera?
You know him? So I told him, Simon Bugwa.
Oh.
Simon, the guy who you were with?
Yeah.
That fellow, sitting with my enemies. I said, no, I wasn't sitting with him. Me, I was with Sonko. Sonko was with these guys, but he left them to come and sit with me. So he gave me some respect. He's telling me, oh, you're going to be sitting in these hotels with these men. I told him, Pius, don't get insecure. He tells me, anyway, can I meet Sonko? So I told him, yeah, I can arrange.
Yeah.
So he wants to meet you.
Okay, let him come. I'll sort.
Is that okay?
Yeah, I'll sort out his problem.
Yeah, but you see, Sonko, the thing is, he doesn't want to help me.
And I'll give you 500. When are you going to see Baba?
7 in the morning tomorrow.
Okay, I'll give you 500 today.
But how will I...
Sorry? Sorry?
You know, I have somebody.
Yeah.
My PA who I trust 100%. Because me, I'm at the intercon. I'm even staying here.
Oh, okay. Then you'll send him. You send him today. But you text me his number.
What time?
You text me his number so that
I'll text you his number.
His number. Yeah. So that when he calls me, I'll know he's the one calling.
Who?
You are PA.
No, I'll text you his number.
So that I save it, yes.
Yeah, okay, and then he'll call you, and you tell me what time you want him to come. I'll tell him to just come and sit there and wait for you.
Before 3 o'clock.
Okay, his name is Bush, huh?
Bush, okay. I'll sort him out.
Yeah. Very scary. Okay, let me tell you something else, huh?
Yes.
This is what I feel. If you and I work together, right? And I tell Baba, Kidero has not given me even 1 shilling.
Yeah.
Coming for the rally, you know, you gave me something, at least it helped me out. Huh?
Yeah.
I'll tell him, Baba, even the car for me to hire to be able to campaign, Sonko is helping me. And I'm campaigning for you. So what I want you to know is that the person who is helping me is Sonko.
Yes. Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
We will tell Moruto. Moruto has got Baba's guy.
Yeah.
It's not Kidero who put the petition. We will drop that petition. Sonko, I promise you, we will drop that petition.
Yes.
Because I will tell Baba you worked with me.
Yeah.
Are you with me?
Whether
it's Uhuru, whether it's Raila.
Yeah.
And you saw this Siko Gonga Uhuru Kabisa?
Which one?
At the rally. I didn't speak Uhuru at all. I listened to you.
Which rally? This one not...
The rally in Jacaranda.
Mimi, I feel bad when you guys insult my boss. Kila saa mnachapa president, sijui nizi, sijui corruption, please. Hiyo mwachane naye kabisa. Yeah? Wachana na hiyo kabisa, alafu mimi nitaangalia mambo yenu. But please respect the president. Fanyeni siasa kutafuta kura, but make sure hataji kwa hizo marali. Please. Musitaje president mali yote ile. Kindly. Hiyo mimi nimekubeg. Nitakuwa naangalia mambo yenu na campaign vile nawasaidia. But don't mention the president.
I didn't talk Uhuru at all.
Did Kidero speak?
Thank you very much. Viewers, I think you have made a decision. You have heard what Passaris did and what Sonko said and what they said, both of them, on the tape. We all condemn, and this television condemns, such cantankerous behavior of public officers and men or women coming to talk private matters on public national televisions. This is the commentary my take. Yours will be your memo.
Okay.
My take to the women. When you have a husband, however poor the husband is, stick with the husband. However bad-mannered the husband is, stick with the husband. Don't transfer the words of your bedroom and the words of your house to other people, even if they are strange, very good, close friends of yours. You remember most of the marriages in Africa have collapsed as a result of rumor mongering, gossiping, innuendos, and peddling. So we are encouraging marriages to go strong. So we call upon husbands and wives to make sure that the matters that they have in their bedroom, their children don't see. The matters that they have don't come to the public domain. For you to discuss your husband with another gentleman or your wife with another gentleman is tantamount to lack of respect for your own house. Therefore, please, think about this. That's my take. Your memo.
I think you've just sampled it up. Let's just go with what you just
No,
said.
your memo.
I'm good.
Your memo.
I don't have that much experience to advise people on marriage, so let's just go with you're an elder.
Thank you very much. She has lastly surrendered, and I'm happy with the surrender.
Good.
And because I made a general statement that helped all of us.
As an elder,
the matters elderly, the matters of that nature,
yes.
Don't bring them out. Please,
yes.
If your girlfriend does not like you, don't go on spreading her name. Or she has run away from you. Leave it. Leave it. A body that runs and returns, always remember, is yours.
If it doesn't, it was never meant.
That means it was not meant for you.
Yes, good.
That is why we create this, the People's Court, to make analysis. Next.
But even as we make those analyses, people here were giving Passaris marks, and I see 4 over 10, I see 5 over 10. Come on, guys, she's not that bad. Someone gave, dang, you give her 7. Thank you. And the rest of you, thank you so much. John Kamba Fraser, you're watching.
Max Manika from Mexico, from Texas, says she is a slay queen.
You can't say that's somebody's
Max,
mother.
Let us see
that's
it.
Someone's mother and wife. You can't say that, Max.
Well, they are entitled to.
Come on.
That's their opinion because of the dress. And Max is from Zimbabwe.
Max, thank you for joining, but come on.
Yes.
Africa Rise, you give a 3 out of 10. All right.
Princess Phyllis, OMG, what does that mean?
Oh my God.
Oh my God, it is real. It's hot down here.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Lino, I think the floor is wet. Yeah. What is that now? Which floor?
Yes, I did not want to sleep, so I just let him finish. That floor is completely wet. So anyway.
Which one? Which floor are you talking? What is wet here?
Dang at him. Thank you so much.
Oh my
God. So can we go to Sudan?
Thank you very much.
Yes. And it's not business as usual, as the airport has been continued to be closed down. And today, reports indicate that the streets of Sudan's capital, Khartoum, remained largely deserted today, the second day of an indefinite civil disobedience campaign.
Thank you very much. That is what, if they have left the streets, then let them die with hunger in their houses. I'm sorry. But the most serious thing about the People's Court, what do you think? What do you think? Maurice Arinze said, my advice is awesome. Awesome, meaning it's very good.
Arinze, is it Arinze?
Arinze.
The cat.
The cats, not Amalinze.
Amalinze the cat, okay.
Miriam, today, I don't know what is happening to you today, but it's okay.
His advice is fantastic.
It's fantastic. Yes. Family matters remain in the family.
That is.
If a girlfriend, don't go on mentioning the things you have bought for the girlfriend if she has left you. Most of the younger men today in the streets kill their girlfriends because she thinks of what I bought. A car. I bought this. I bought a plot. I bought her this. I bought her a house. Don't. Those things come. Let her feel them. One day she will come back if she was meant for you.
Or maybe she'll carry somebody else with the car you bought her. Who knows?
That is okay. That's freedom of choice.
Yes.
And we give advice here because President Uhuru Kenyatta told us we should help the communities. We should cut down the number of suicide notes
true.
That the children are writing and the people are writing. A man in Nyeri killed the wife because of food, lunchtime. Why don't you go to the kitchen and cook?
Yeah.
Why don't you just say, Madam, I know you're tired. Is it ready? Can I ask for permission? Enter the saucepan and bring out the nyama. In fact, you can eat all, but don't kill your wife. Surely. We are having some useless deaths that are occurring today because of useless advice that is given to people, and because the situation has become so bad, that you see everybody is saying is a true story. That's true advice. I am talking as an elder on this on this platform now with my younger daughter.
Good.
Luckily enough, my younger daughter's name is Miriam.
Yes.
She's 38 years old. Today, this month, 12th, in 2 days time of, 2 days time, Miriam will be 39 years.
Oh, that's good.
Congratulations, Miriam, in advance.
Congratulations.
That's my firstborn daughter.
No, congratulations to you. And
myself.
And happy birthday.
And I told her never to beat a husband. If there is a quarrel, call me. When I'm in London, you don't touch my baby. Those are my babies. I come for you. If I hear one has been beaten now, I will leave this station, get a plane to go and deal with that boy.
So if somebody called her Slay Queen, how would that make you feel?
If you call, no, Slay Queen, none of mine is Slay.
Exactly. So
they are married.
That's why we can't go throwing that.
Let me tell you, they are married. I taught them, mine, I taught it. Listen.
It's the same when you're defensive.
I have told them
we have to be defensive
not
of
to
other
defame me, not to shame me.
Yes. So
I am not the one who called them Slay Queen.
Somebody tried to disrespect them.
The man, I read the comment.
I'm saying here, yes.
Should we have hidden the comment?
No.
It is on the blackboard.
And that's what I'm saying. We should also be mindful.
Manika, she's saying don't call somebody's daughter.
She's a grown lady. She has grown children.
Yes.
Adults, yes.
Let her dress well.
we already in Sudan at the airport.
Yes, don't leave this dress hanging.
Emmanuel Ndumba Ikena, you're saying thank you. Your advice is welcome. Marriage is a sacred secret affair between two people. Thank you.
Deng 10 said, congratulations, doctor.
And is watching from Los Angeles.
Yes, Charles Brack Gabriel says that is the true advices.
Yes.
Yes.
The advice is fantastic. That's what I told you. I can't
you can't add more.
Because you were the elder.
I wish you took it.
I lie in the bed of roses every night. Don't worry about me. I'm good.
She always brings the bed of roses, but I don't see the roses.
But I do in my house.
Yesterday, I wanted to bring the green roses. I went to the market. I looked.
The plastic ones. You and John Clark.
Are there green roses anywhere, wherever you are in Africa? Please call me.
John Clark wanted to bring plastic ones.
We are looking for green roses
We're not.
We are looking for green roses for Miriam.
And Max Manyika.
On her birthday. When is your birthday, by the way?
It passed in March. I turned
30. We can do a
rebirthday.
A rebirthday.
I don't mind. Every day is a party for me. Let's just do it.
A party when you don't take even wine.
I don't.
Yeah.
You can party without.
Who is going to be cooking tea all the time while people are dancing in music? You don't take wine. You don't dance. It's the life. What life is this?
I make virgin mojito. I make very nice cocktails that are non-alcoholic in my house. Very nice drinks.
Okay, you hear that? Telefono.
Outside of, no, not telefono.
Telefono.
Max, thank you.
Let's have telefono, Mariam makes mojito. Is it mojito?
Virgin mojito.
Virgin mojito.
John
Thank you very much, viewers.
John Clark, no plastic flowers, please.
Happy birthday in advance, my daughter.
Your daughter, yes.
Yes, Miriam, she will. May God hold you. Keep the children. Look after them. My firstborn is 16 years, granddaughter.
Oh, that's good.
Eradini, Portuguese. Yeah. Are you not happy?
That's good.
The man has a Portuguese granddaughter.
Fantastic.
Hallelujah. Eradini, I know you are watching. Don't make comments. Grow up and help mom.
She's watching.
She's watching, yes. She, of course, now she's left school. In their school, she must be going to senior yes, she must be doing exams this year. A levels, you know, she's 16, 17. They are now going to college, then go to campus 18, 20.
Yes.
Yes.
Good.
You see? That's very good.
It's fantastic.
And I have 8 others, grandchildren. So I've done my part on earth.
Wisdom.
Yes, I've done my part. In fact, it's a big family that I can go back and sit.
Yes.
Just sit.
Can you read Shelbreak comment there?
Yeah, you know it. Shelbreak, Miriam is true African women. No drink, just cook.
Thank you.
You are the true African son, Matsanga. Yes.
Xavier.
Thank you. Kudos.
Xavier, yes.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
8 kids, 8 grandkids, right?
No, 9 grandchildren.
And 8
children.
That's good.
Yes, and I still have more energy.
Okay, Mrs. Matsanga, in case
you're
watching, it's just a
please. Madam has said don't.
Good.
We are together up to the end. We tied a knot. I think you have taken. We tied it to die together. I've been married for 41 years.
Congratulations.
41 years. The ring has even sunk in. Have you seen? It grows accordingly. If I have lost weight, it comes out. Like now, I'm losing weight nicely.
Okay.
This is the measurement.
The ring.
Yes, the measurement. Have you seen?
The ring finger.
If the weight is going high, I feel the pain. Then I have to go to the gym. Well, you not happy today, this morning, announced to people that I have removed coke.
He has removed coke.
Coke, and then he's doing exercise.
And also he's doing exercise.
Squash, badminton, run-up, walking, swimming.
Oh, you swim?
Oh, I'm a very good swimmer.
You're a good swimmer.
I swear in the name of God.
That's good.
You can't swim and beat me.
I'll beat you in all
No way, Miriam.
I'll beat you in all of that. Don't
Miriam,
try me.
not swimming, please. Thank you very much, viewers. How old are you, sir? I'm 64. I don't hide my age.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Yes, indeed. Max Manyika.
And that is how the man looks like. I've lived all the time laughing. This year I will make 64 years old. Laughing. I don't get annoyed. Even when people insult me on Facebook, I still laugh.
Laughter is the best medicine.
Thank you very much, viewers. What do we do? Sudan.
And now that you've left Coke, but I'm yet to really establish that. But I don't see you coming with Coke yet.
No more.
So that's a good thing. Because
no more.
I really had to talk about it.
If I've got a teacher.
But now they're saying you
a teacher who is like this.
No. They're saying you can actually have up to 25 cups of, I told you, of coffee. It's safe. It's actually very
25 cups of?
A day. It's safe. You can have as much as you want. Because you're looking for the same caffeine. I think the same, but yeah. But anyway.
25 cups of per day?
Yeah, of coffee.
A day?
Yes.
25 cups? Is the heart not going to burst?
Emmanuel Nyakonda says, wait for Biti. Actually, we're coming on Zimbabwe. We have something on Zimbabwe.
Oh, Nyakondi, I am here.
Nyakonda.
Max Manyika has given Passaris 9 out of 10.
It's given the panel.
The panel?
Yes.
Yeah, no, let's see. Yeah, thank you very much. Especially the 9 came my side.
I'm not even high-fiving.
Okay, now the 9 is for both of us, Max.
Exactly.
Thank you very much. Let's move on. Sudan. The events in Sudan have been worrying.
Yes.
Demonstrations upon demonstrations. Bring what is on the streets of Khartoum. Pictures, let's see the clip, and then we come back to you.
As they look for that photo, I think...
Thank you very much. We're back, and we were talking about Sudan. The events in Sudan seem to be taking a different angle that is not very pleasing.
Yes.
And fellow Africans, is there a problem that we are dismantling constitutionalism, replacing it with thuggery on the streets, mob justice,
but there's no
demonstrations.
No constitution in
the
Sudan.
Constitution, there was a constitution, it was abolished.
Suspended, yes.
So what forces us to become demonstrators instead of constitutional makers? We make rule of law, but we destroy the rule of law with demonstrations. What do you think, Miriam?
I think that the demonstrations and the civil disobedience that the opposition in Sudan have called, they seems to be having no choice, because the military said that they want to have the talks with the opposition, but they said they do not want the opposition to come here with a they don't want conditions, they don't want preconditions. But the protesters said, if you want us to come back to the table and to have this dialogue, then you have to release the opposition figures that you arrested on Friday after they had talks with Ethiopian Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed. Remember, 5 leading opposition leaders were arrested, and also they say that internet must be restored. So internet has not been there in Sudan for now nearly a week, and the protesters are demanding that. And also, yes, so those are just some of the few demands that they want. But the army is saying, you know what, we want you back to the dialogue, but we do not want you to come here with preconditions. So that has led the protesters to feel as though they are not, the army is not listening to them, and the army is feeling the protesters are not listening to them. And so the protesters are called for the civil disobedience that has been in effect from yesterday until today. But unfortunately, that has rendered all the services there, has paralyzed services in Sudan. So if you're even planning to fly to Sudan, I don't think there's even a flight heading now to Khartoum, because it was only Emirates that was operating, and they halted their flights since yesterday, and I'm sure until today they're still halted their flights. So it's affecting not just the people in Sudan, but across Africa who depend on this as a pathway and other businesses activities that is tied to Sudan. So it is affecting the whole of this region.
Let me come to this question. We see demonstrations being planned everywhere. In Nairobi, Boniface Mwangi is planning demonstrations. In Zimbabwe, the same is linked. Biti, the opposition MDC want demonstrations. In Algeria, people are still on the streets. So, are we safe? Are we safe as Africans? Is there safety in democracy that we talk about? Have we reached a level of tolerance? Are we so intolerant in Africa that we cannot talk about these things without jumping, breaking doors, windows, shops, every office?
But largely, like the protests in Algeria have been largely very peaceful, and that's why I think the army or the ruling leadership there has not found a need to disperse these people. They meet there every Friday. It's not every day. They meet there every Friday after prayers. They go to the streets in Algiers, but they've not been destroying anything in the streets. So I think that's why they're just allowed to demonstrate and go home. But also, what advises some of these demonstrations? The constitutional cause. We talked about it earlier in the morning, and also in the subsequent shows we've been having. When the people feel as though this leadership is not following the constitution, we are not being heard, then, and we want democracy, we want some constitutional changes, we want proper electoral processes, we want basic food commodities not to be on an all-time high, and they feel as though the leadership is not listening to them. That is what advises some of these demonstrations. So is there a way that we, especially African leadership, they can have like a so that, because we only react, but there are no pre-measures to even curb some of these demonstrations, because normally there seems to be a disconnect between the governor, the ruling elite, and the citizens. So when there's that disillusionment with the government, that allows these people to go to the streets, and perhaps they feel this is the only way that they can be heard.
Thank you very much. Those are live pictures, some of cutters of Al Jazeera that came a few days ago, not live actually.
Because right now there's nobody.
There is nobody on the streets. The streets they have gone to sit at home.
But the Sudan National Broadcasting, that is now, I think the military is having a say in that. They were playing some old clips from before showing that business has resumed the streets of Khartoum, which is a lie. That is a clip from before. So there's nothing that is happening. The protesters have heeded the call from protest and opposition groups for civil disobedience, and the majority of businesses and offices in the capital Khartoum are closed despite a few movements, unlike on Sunday. But the flights there have been halted, so you cannot enter or leave Khartoum if you're even planning to go there. All services have been paralyzed.
Thank you very much, viewers. And on that note, we would like to take a break, or you wanted to touch?
Now, this Sudan matter, I know in the morning, South Sudan, maybe just quickly, and yeah, or we take
yes,
a break.
let's start on South Sudan.
Yes.
And then we leave two topics of Zimbabwe.
Yes, and Uganda.
And Uganda. And then we shall have our guest coming in as a guest to touch on. She has watched some of the clips since we started. She can make comments,
I'm sure,
on one or two of the clips, and then we tackle matters of being a person. What are they called? People who help others in the community. She's more or less of a person based on community relations, looking after some of the children, you know, who have no mothers, no fathers, not community work.
A volunteer.
Yeah, volunteer, exactly.
All right, good.
As a volunteer who sees life in a different direction. She will tell us her life, and then we'll go ahead to finish this program.
Sure, all right.
Lack of disciplinary in our country is the problem.
Yes.
Clark, I am no longer very much your favorite. Therefore, I've left it to God. The people will rise again in Zimbabwe. Weaponized ignorance doesn't work.
Weaponized ignorance doesn't work.
This is a new word there.
But what are you insinuating?
I don't know.
No, you do.
I've been left out.
Do we need a therapist to mediate this? I always have one on stand, just in case.
Bring one.
Peace in the Middle East. But hey, the events in Sudan, and I think this I read in the morning, and the shaky peace deal in South Sudan has brought with it some financial gains, apparently, and South Sudan has earned so far $2.3 billion last year. That's how much they made from the oil, but the government is still broke.
They have eaten it.
How do you eat 2.3 billion?
They have
million.
Yes,
dollars.
They have eaten it. It's possible. Have you come across any Sudanese official? If Sudanese official are near you,
you'll know this is a Sudanese.
You might vomit Africa.
What do you mean?
You just vomit the word Africa. If they go to the shops, they want to buy the whole shop.
And they go to the best shops?
Yes. If they come to town, delegations come to town like in Nairobi.
Yes.
It feels a tremor. Some ripples of earthquake.
They leave very large.
Of spending. If they are in Kempiski, you can feel the type of perfume, the type of, what do you call a gas? Is that correct? Largess. The largeness, how you live.
The largeness.
Yes. You can feel very expensively. So don't even get shocked.
I am completely shocked and worried, because it's just the other day that the president shut down 40 South Sudanese embassies across the world, and fired 39 of the ambassadors because the government was broke, apparently.
It is like a Somalia.
Yes.
All the ministers in the Somali government, all of them have bought houses in Turkey. I've investigated this. I've been following this, including why there is this crisis between Kenya and Somalia. I've done something very serious. In fact, I bumped onto very serious information. that I feel it is very serious. Most of them, we don't have a government in Somalia. We have looters who have come to loot and they have gone. They have bought houses in Turkey, in Qatar, in UAE. They have bought, so all along, we people who have sacrificed men and women, Ugandans are dying in Somalia to prevent Al-Shabaab from taking over that small country, that big country of the Horn of Africa. We have a problem. So here, Sudan should not surprise you. Are you surprised that the President Bashir, President Salva Kiir, can pay Reinberger, the former ambassador who took Uhuru Kenyatta and Ruto to ICC and wanted them locked permanently forever, for him to become the chief advisor of Sudan government, South Sudan government? Does it shock you?
Yeah, I'm not shocked, but I'm shocked. And this year, the country hopes to make up to $2.76 billion because the production has been raised because of the war.
I hope the war has subsided, but the war is going to resurrect. Because where is one of the rebels? One of the rebels is in Khartoum. Yeah. What is he doing in Khartoum?
Riek Machar.
Riek Machar is there. And now the AU has made a mistake to cut off relationship with Khartoum. So Khartoum can do anything now in their powers, even to arm these rebels, to enter Pakat, Abyei, all those areas. The agreements will collapse. We have a problem here. So that is it. Let's take a break.
Yes, indeed.
And thank you very much, Miriam. Thank you very much for the challenge on Passaris. At last, we all agreed that family matters should not be exposed to the public.
Yes, indeed. And
don't go away. Keep it coming.
Keep it coming.
I'm coming. When we come back,
yes,
our guest tonight takes the seat.
Yes.
Tells us more about her charity work, what she wants to do, and also comments on the People's Court.
Yes, indeed.
Let's wait. Keep watching. We discuss Africa. We see what ails Africa. And today, this afternoon, we want to see whether Sudan will permanently remain a sick child of Africa. Is it a permanent sickness? Can we resolve the issues of Southern Sudan? Is it something that has gone wrong for 200 years? There has always been a problem in Southern Sudan, in that great region, starting from all the way the Alimadi Wars and the rest of all what happened until today. Peace seems to be elusive. Why has UN taken slow action? Why hasn't UN set up a tribunal? We want to see a tribunal that will make sure that Southern Sudan people are accountable. Those who committed crimes against the human beings. 20,000 Sudanese perished. They are perished. They are not accountable. Nobody can account for them. And we cannot sit here, go on hammering peace agreements without mechanisms of accountability. If we set a tribunal for Sierra Leone, for Rwanda, for Camera Rouge, we need somebody to stand up for the poor masses, the masses that have died, the masses that continue to die, the masses that are being brutalized, murdered, maimed on a daily basis by marauding armies of both Riek Machar and Salva Kiir. There must be an accountability. You are not going to sit here and tell people there is no accountability in Southern Sudan. There must be a tribunal. Why do we run to harass countries of Kenya, put ICC on Kenya, put ICC on this country, put ICC on Central African Republic? Why have we delayed on putting a tribunal for Southern Sudan to find out who is killing, who has been killing, how they have been killing people? Let me speak for the people in Southern Sudan, the women the children who have not gone to school, the children who have no medicine, the children who have nothing, who have been running since 2013, and the war cannot end because of 2 people. Let them face the tribunal. I'm not going to keep quiet as a Pan-African to see Southern Sudan being maimed, being tortured, being cut, dismembered, and we keep quiet and watch people vote images of people, of malcontents singing to us in Uganda, in Kenya, in Ethiopia, in South Africa, telling us they have money. Let them face the international tribunal and tell the tribunal who gave them the guns, where they buying them, how they were killing people. Enough of is enough. Enough is enough for Africa. We have had enough. There is no need of that anymore. Enough is enough. And if people have died, they will not cry. We people who are left on planet Earth must cry for them. We must find justice for them. We must make sure that there are leaders who go on bragging on television stations all over the world, who are accountable. They must be behind bars. Thank you very much, viewers. Welcome back to the last segment of our show, The People's Court. In this segment, I have a guest, a special guest who has come all the way from Nairobi, outside Nairobi, who has come to make sure that she gives her views and her voice to the ongoing situations in the entire Africa and in Kenya in particular. She has listened to the clips, watched the clips. She knows what is being talked on the streets of Nairobi. I want to introduce the guest. The guest's name is Anne Njeri Murevi. Anne Murevi is a charity worker. She does charity work. She helps where possible street children, younger kids, all the way from the places, to make sure that at least they have somewhere to stay, somewhere to live, somewhere to stay, so that they can have livelihood. She has done that on charity events. She does it without asking for salary. She's also a member of the Rotary Club, the Nairobi District Rotary Club. Is it Nairobi District or the Nairobi, what is it they are called? The Lions?
No, Rotary.
The Rotary Club?
Yes, the Rotary Club.
Which district is it?
92-112.
District 92-112. And she has been the chair. She will be handing over very soon.
Yes, in a month's time.
In a month's time. And we shall be there to interview her. Welcome to the show. Thank you very much. Take it away. You saw the clips. Start by telling people what you do and what is in your category that you can help, and what can other people contribute to the society.
All right. I'm huge on charity, and I'm the president of the Rotary Club of Limuru. Like you say, District 92-112. The district is Kenya, Eritrea, South Sudan, and Ethiopia. So I'm under a president in District 92-112. Besides that, the founder of the Zero Street Population Initiative.
It's basically it's a registered non-governmental organization that deals with rehabilitation of street kids and the mentally challenged. Yeah.
So this work involves making sure that you go and get the kids, you try to secure their the medical treatment and so on. What are the hurdles that you get?
Well, we rescue directly from the streets, then we are able to reconnect them with their families and connect them to people who can get them into the education system so that they are able to lead lives like the rest of us.
The people watching out there, those who want to contribute towards your work, they would like to see that your work is contributed for. There are people who would like to help. Yes, yes. There are people who would like to give a shirt, 2 shirts, 3 shirts, 4 shirts here, 10 shirts here, all the ones. For these children who want these type of things, what do you tell them?
Well, anyone who love to partner, we have anyone can partner through, if we rescue a child, we are able to connect them with one person who is able to get them through education. If it is in the case of the mentally challenged, we get one person to contribute into their medical fund.
Yes.
So we connect directly a patient and a person so that they are able to go through that process. We are able now to monitor the process of medication and everything, and now reconnecting them with their folks. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Miriam. Miriam has left. Thank you very much, Anne. I'm used to, I was saying Miriam, and you know, she's pulling my spirit again. But thank you very much, Anne. I want now to bring you back today, the topics that we had this morning.
All right.
Your comments on Passaris Sonko saga.
Well, I think this is my personal opinion. They are leaders.
Yes.
So the exchange of words between them should not be there. They're supposed to. We should emulate. Okay, they're leading as examples for so many of us. So they should be very keen on what they talk about in public. My thinking, because I'm a woman. I would love to look at Passaris as a
role model.
As a role model, and as much as people may not agree with me, I think she could have done it better. She's a woman. We are looking up to her. Then I think she can handle it better than the way she handles it.
So you, as a woman, Passaris seem to have let you down
a bit. Yes.
The telephone exchanges. A married woman, married is institution. Why has she done so?
We were not supposed to. First, I think Sonko did something that was not supposed. We are not supposed to know what happened, the conversations.
But we are looking for Anne. Relax. I'm putting you on a hot plate.
All right.
In a hot chair. Relax. We are looking for a society, an open society that discusses problems of corruption openly.
Yes.
You can see in the tapes of Sonko, corruption came in. Someone is saying Baba sells these certificates, go once $500,000. Very many names were named. So what do we do? Sonko, on one hand, can be condemned. But Sonko is trying to say, look at the type of leader that you have given me. Like this, she asks for money from government, and then she wants to ask money from the county government. This is happening everywhere. You saw the exchanges at the Madaraka Day. Is it Madaraka Day?
Yes, Madaraka Day.
Madaraka Day on Saturday.
Yes.
Whereas Passaris walked out of Sonko.
Yes.
Is this not pure bedroom matters?
Well, these are leaders, like I said. So I think what they should help us consume the right things. Some things are not supposed to be brought in public. We do not want to know your bedroom issues, really. Like I said, we are watching. We want to be like you guys. So stop bringing your bedroom issues. We don't want to know about them. So Sonko said what he said, very wrong. If I were Passaris at that time, I wouldn't have left. if I were Passaris, I wouldn't have left.
I would have stayed.
I would have stayed.
You would have stayed in the...
Yes, I would have stayed. Because,
and listened up to the end.
Yes, because...
Then he called Sonko to say next time.
And we know Sonko, this is how he speaks. So I think for me, if I were Passaris, I would have waited and see what next, what do you want to say? Then probably we can have a conversation around that. Yeah.
Thank you very much. And any more comments on that? Any other comments that you have seen?
On
the question of the most... Yes.
Let me mention something about the dress code thing.
Oh, yes, please. I am interested.
All right. I always say...
You are one of the fashion. You also, you forgot to tell people, you are a fashion designer. You are one of the designers.
I do.
You do fashion.
I do a bit of fashion.
You do African cloth.
Yes, I do a bit of fashion.
Fashion.
And
bags.
House.
You sell. I wish you came with your bags.
Next time.
Next time. Don't say next time. You must come and show us your bags here. We want people to order for your bags.
All right. Okay.
You do make very many good bags from African material, and that's why we want you to boost them from this community station without charge, so that people can buy. You are helping children, and we are helping you, so that you can help those children. The 1 shilling, 10 shilling that you get out of this money, it helps to take these children to medical places, those who are impaired. So you are helping community, and this is a community radio. And that's why we bring you on a subject like the People's Courts every afternoon. Okay. If you can pass by with those bags, the designs that you make, so many Africans like from Zimbabwe, people from Sudan, they will buy South Sudan. There are very many of them in town. They will tell people they want those clothes. So next time, don't leave them behind. Okay. So talk about Passaris' dress, the nakedness.
Well, the dress code, whatever the photo he was taken, as a leader, I don't think that is the appropriate.
Thank you.
Dress to wear wherever. I know
it brings two of us.
I don't think it is the best, and probably it was a fashion.
It was not a fashion design.
He went. She went. Okay, it was a bit
beyond.
Beyond. And being a leader, like I said, you're here. We are watching. You know, we want to be like you. You are role models as much as you guys don't want us to look at you. Sana, most of the time, it is not what you tell us to do. It is what we see you guys doing. So I think that was not the right dress for a leader. And I always say this: if whatever I cannot wear in front of my dad, I cannot wear in front of anyone else. So just be keen on what you're wearing. Kwanza, as a leader, you're supposed to be very sensitive about it. So for me, that it is. I don't think that's. I don't know what that dress was all about.
No, the dress. It is a dress, a black dress,
yes.
A see-through dress,
yes.
And with a white, panties. We didn't want to see her panties. And above all, she raises her thighs to the angle of the camera so that everybody can see. We already know Passaris has got a light skin, so we don't need to see anything beyond that.
Well,
yeah.
Passaris is a very pretty lady, and she's a leader for that matter. So for me, I would say be sensitive on how you come out in public. Be very sensitive because you're watching, your children are watching, you're a wife, you're a mother, so you're watching. So be sensitive because you are looking up to you guys. So that was not, for me, it didn't come out very well.
Thank you very much. Let's move on to South Sudan. South Sudan, IGAD. Has IGAD failed? Has IGAD failed? And has AU failed? Look at the situation. Let me bring you to book.
Okay.
Look at the situation. The AU suspends anything to do with Khartoum, which guaranteed the peace process. Now, if you have now done away with the man who guaranteed the peace process, don't you think that the peace process will collapse?
More or less. South Sudan is a very sensitive discussion. The AU, well, I think
Yes.
What
do you think AU can do? What do you think Kenya? Okay, let me bring back to Kenya. You see so many South Sudanese
here in the country.
Yes, in the country. Yes. What do you think? What is their plight? Most people look at them when they come to shops in Nairobi. There is earthquake. There's shopping is fantastic. 2.3 billion shillings dollars out of the oil could revamp the whole of Sudan. But it went to war. It went to waste. It is gone. The people there still die of hunger. The people there still die of war. So what do you think we can do as neighbors of South Sudan to make sure that we guarantee the peace, we get the peace in South Sudan?
South Sudan is a very rich country, I would say. And I wish the leaders there could make it a bit more comfortable for the residents to be. We have very many South Sudanese in Kenya. Why are they coming this way? And I've seen Kenyans, have friends who've actually gone there because they think that country is wealthy enough for them to work there, for them to get wealthy there. So I think the leaders, even Kenyans, Kenyan leadership should look into the stability of South Sudan and see why are they coming this way and why are our people going that way. What is the problem? What is in between there?
As far as the peace is concerned, you are dealing with charity work. I want to ask you, what do you want to see happen in Sudan?
Stability. Kenya is a bit more stable country, and I'll look at it this way. In my space, Kenya is more stable than South Sudan, and if we're having the social issues we're having in the country right now, I would imagine how big the issues are in South Sudan. So I believe there's a mess around there. So as a person dealing with social issues, I think stability, and I think East African leaders should come together and see what they should do about it. Because as a person sitting in the social space, I'm sure there are so many problems for coming in with whatever instability is there in South Sudan.
Thank you very much. I want to thank you very much that any other issue that you want to touch, we have regime change. Many of the youths, you come from the youth bracket, yes, including you.
Yes.
Why are many youths complaining outside there? What is the main complaint that the youths talk about?
There's this big issue about unemployment.
Yes.
Sorry, and I don't think the government has come up with platforms where youths can employ themselves. I'm a huge believer of self-employment. There's always something that you can do. There's always something that you can do. So get out there and create something. You don't have to always wait for the government to come up with something that you can do. They're always, you're talented, you go out there and do something for yourself. We don't have to wait for the government to employ us. We won't fit in the employment circle.
They don't have all the jobs.
They don't have all the jobs.
For example, you have created a self costume and a design, a fashion. You make bags, African bags. I've seen some of your bags. I wish you brought them here, which you have to bring tomorrow.
Yes, I will.
Or the other day in the afternoon.
Yes.
So that we can conduct this show with your show of your bags, so that in the future you conduct your show yourself.
Yes.
So that you can show the people what you do, what Africans can do, what materials can do. So we give you that slot of 145 minutes to show the people what you do, apart from the charity work you have done, the question of Rotary District 1290
9212.
9212, We want to see what 9212, what does it do?
Yeah.
What else can we encourage the government? Do you help people, the disabled, the disadvantaged? We want you to tell more about that. But for this, to tell the youth to go for their own self-employment is the best way in Africa, wherever it is.
And if you create something that you can do, you'll employ others younger than you are. So we are creating a platform of young people employing other people. Then you do not have to have this issue of unemployment. Really, it's a mess, and you do not really need to go there. And that every time youth employment. Really, there's always something that you can do. Everyone is talented in their own way. So earn from your
set.
And from your talent or anything.
Thank you very much, Anne Njeri Murethi. I want to move on to Uganda.
Yes, Heroes Day.
Heroes Day in Uganda.
Yes.
Usually Heroes Day in Kenya, people look at the past, the people who have performed. The Heroes Day in London, people give medals. Uganda yesterday gave medals to only one side of the people in the government. Dr. Besigye deserves a medal. Matanga deserves a medal. I deserve a medal because I finished the war, the Northern Uganda war, the war between the Lord Resistance Army and the government of Yoweri Museveni ended because of the man speaking to you today. It's me. It's me who went out in the bushes with Dr. Garang, Dr. Riaka Machar, Salva Kiir gave support, UN gave support, Chisano, Ruakana Rugunda. I have never received even half a medal. I'm a hero for having brought a war that had cost Uganda 23 years. And that millions of people dead. And my tactics, my mouth, my style, my substance, my tools of analysis brought this war to an end. I negotiated it out. The war bloodshed stopped. Northern Uganda today returned to normality. But yesterday when they were dishing their bronze medals, the gold medals, the shining spears, they have chosen to, award themselves. What is a hero in your terms?
Well, a hero is someone probably who has done something that is worth recognizing, and he has played a part in probably helping in a system. So everyone, I believe everyone is a hero in their own way. And well, Uganda has a number of heroes. People should have been, people are recognized, and it's a really, I mean, people have helped in the system, like you said, what you did, and so let people be recognized. But everyone is a hero in their own way. You feel yourself that you're a hero. So did you want to be recognized?
Well, I don't ask for recognition, but the people that are being given, the Prime Minister, the Prime Minister Ruakana Rugunda was there. Mm-hmm. They were awarded. Mm-hmm. They went and awarded Bigombe, mm-hmm. who also did the same peace process. Yeah. She never finished. Yeah. She never accomplished the way I accomplished. But the choice of awarding the medals, I agree with Dr. Kizza Besigye. Besigye himself was a war veteran of the Bush of Museveni. He was not awarded. So these medals are given to people that President Museveni likes and those whom he doesn't like. He doesn't like them, he doesn't give them. So this is this a Heroes Day or a Heroes Saga?
It's a Heroes Day.
You still stick to that?
It's a Heroes Day.
It's a saga.
It's a Heroes Day.
What about the people like Besigye?
It's a Heroes Day, but of course, Museveni cannot
give Besigye. Why? This is the politics we are looking at in Africa. Why are people coming? The president also awarded and decorated 2 medals to 100 people in the categories of Golden Jubilee, Rwenzori Star, Masaba Star. At least I come from Masaba, where Museveni has waged the war every day. Every day Museveni's war was successful. He ran through our own place. I've lost my own uncle called Natoro Masaba. He went disappeared. He disappeared. We have never seen him. I've lost my own cousin called Lieutenant Masanga. I've lost Watiekele. I've lost so many people. This man cannot give me. On top of that, it is me who woke up to go to Konyi and look for Konyi and I said, Konyi, we need to do a peace process. Enough is enough of killing Ugandans. No medal. Is this medal? Is this a saga? Besigye is correct. What do you say about it? And I'm not demanding it. If they don't give me, another government one day will give me, if I'm still alive.
Let's wait for the other government.
No, it might not come. But if they don't give me, but if they are listening, they should start including people who have done good things for Uganda. That war could not have ended without some of us taking sacrifice, without some of us losing. But I wonder, by the way, can I tell you, how can the man award me a medal when he has cheated me my money? He hasn't paid my money for the allowances, which EU was going to pay. He said he will pay. He never paid me. Up to today, 11 years passed.
Well, David, do you think you're a hero?
Yes, I am.
I think
don't you think by entering...
I know.
You do charity work.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe you can help me here and mediate the circumstances.
And Museveni
yes.
to award you.
No, he might not award me, but he can award his people. Yes.
Well, if you feel that I think, like you said, probably there's another government that will come when you're still alive and people will be recognized. But I think if you feel that you're a hero, you are a hero. We recognize you as that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Any last words that you have?
My last words.
Feel relaxed and open up. What do you want the way forward from here?
Well, we'll talk about social issues and how we can connect with each other and help in what way we can. So I think it's a platform to talk about social issues and let's see how that goes.
Thank you. You will be having a platform. You are ready here to talk about Social Africa.
Yeah.
The topic, your show is Social Africa.
Right.
It is a very fantastic show. It can click anytime that you are ready to come. You can come and do it. Leave the shyness. And we are happy that you have been very good today. And you are exposing Africa. The younger children, those who will see you somehow, those who will see the way the work you are doing can come in to help your charity, to look for these mentally retarded children on the streets, take them to hospital.
All right.
I want to wish you good luck for your work.
Thank you very
much. And I continue doing that for Africa. Okay. Stand by Africa. Okay. Viewers, wherever you are, that brings us to the end of our show. The show, People's Courts. We started on a higher note. We are still on a higher note. We depart on a higher note. There comes a time when a man comes to the stage, plays, and departs. Shakespeare said so. There's a time for play. There's a time for no play. There's a time for sunshine. And there is now time for rainfall in Nairobi. Thank you very much, both Miriam and Anne, for having been on the show. The heated arguments of Passaris. I hope Passaris can take a take. Before we finish the show, usually we have my opinion or my take. In the beginning on the safari, Passaris case, I had my take. Now I want my opinion. My opinion is this. African Union seems to be degenerating itself into a non-existing, a non-useful agency as far as peace, conflicts, and reconciliation is concerned in Africa. It is my humble opinion that if the former heads of state, the Chisanos, Rawlings, all heads of state, former ones, the elders of this country, the Obasanjos, and the rest, it's high time they sat down and found out what is ailing African Union. Has it been captured? Has it been captured by external forces? My opinion is yes. Let Africa look into the matters of African Union. Together we shall rise and shine as Africans. For the people of Kenya, we have not touched. Tomorrow we shall touch on judiciary and the headlines that we have seen. We think the judiciary has to do a role in making sure that they fight, they help President Uhuru Kenyatta in his fight and his legacy. But I don't think they have done anything that makes a human being comfortable. We shall discuss that and many other topics tomorrow. Keep watching, keep enjoying, take care. God bless you. Thank you very much, and for coming. God bless you. Thanks.
Peace must be our goal and our guide. And all that we strive for as a human family, dignity and hope, progress and prosperity, depends on peace. But peace depends on